I'm Chris Roebuck, Visiting Professor of Transformational Leadership at Cass Business School in London. And for over 30 years, I've been operating in executive and advisory roles to help organisations get the best through their people and deliver success. What I do now is I help organisations understand these simple, practical ideas so that they can achieve that success as well. And I'd like to show you some of those events in this video. So the excerpts you're about to see will give you a deeper insight into how I help individual leaders and organisations deliver success in a new and innovative approach to leadership. First of all, we have Project Management Institute in Dubai. 300 chapter leaders of the Project Management Institute who wanted to succeed by being more entrepreneurial. In the end, what is leadership about? We have an organisation that wants to do something. We have people who have needs, ambitions, and aspirations. The role of the leader is utterly simple. It is to help the organisation deliver what it needs to deliver whilst allowing those people to meet their needs and achieve their aspirations. The next excerpt is the launch of my book, Lead to Succeed, which pulls together all of the principles and ideas of leadership that I've seen over the last 30 years, held at the Honourable Artillery Company in London, which is the oldest leadership development organisation in the world, some 500 years old. Therefore, the book is really aimed at the most basic level of helping leaders get their people to care about the organisation. And if those employees care about their organisation, it answers any number of challenges the organisation faces. Yes, they maximise performance, but in addition to that, if they care about the organisation, they care about the customers. Here we are in Lloyd's of London, the heart of the global insurance market, where I was chairing a panel with leading chief executives for an audience of chief executives talking about how they can make leadership really work in financial institutions in the City of London. As leaders, we need to remember that the people who work for us and with us spend more time with us of their waking time often than they do with their families. And as such, the decisions that we make impact directly on their lives to a very, very significant degree, and indeed impact upon their families. So it's my view that actually those who are in leadership positions need to never forget that responsibility. And the list is always the same.
所有的这个领导人最后给出来的，我们集合起来的之后总结出来的这个好的领导的特征都是一样的。
Anywhere in the world. So now let's have a look at some of my television work. Again, focusing on really simple, practical leadership that makes a difference to organisations and people. First of all, let's look at how it impacts upon integrity and quality in an interview with CNN about banking globally.
Is the best answer to make a firm example of the miscreants?
Absolutely. It needs to be carrot and stick. You need to give, the carrot is, this is what's right, this is what's wrong, and the stick
That's not carrot, that's called morality.
That's morality, the moral compass, yeah. Right. And if you go over the line, you're either out of a job or you're in jail. Now we have an interview with BBC World looking at how leadership is actually critical not only in businesses, but also leadership credibility in terms of governments and indeed heads of government.
Really, this question of the volte-face, that he was committed to one particular economic path and now he's committed to something quite different.
I think there's an argument to say that people respect leaders who are prepared to admit they have made mistakes. Again, going back to my point about the completely perfect leader doesn't exist. So therefore, a leader who says, look, bearing in mind the change of circumstances, bearing in mind the progress we've made, we've actually got to change things because plan A did not work. And the acceptance that we have to have a plan B is the sign of a good leader. It's not just the traditional television channels that want to know about Mach 2 leadership and this new innovative approach. Here is Bloomberg looking at executive pay, because the Mach 2 approach can also ensure that chief executives use their pay as a means to inspire their employees and show that they are truly part of the team.
Now, it's fair to say that even some in the banking industry are saying, in relation to bonuses for what could be described as average performers, it's actually pretty easy for those average performers to get a bonus. And some people are suggesting that for those performers, we need to benchmark back down.
So that gives you an idea of what I do, how I help individual leaders and audiences improve their performance. So from London to Dubai, Beijing to New York, Zurich to Kuala Lumpur, be it large audiences or small audiences, keynotes, masterclasses or seminars. What I try and do is give people something that is simple, innovative, they haven't heard before, that they can take away and they can do something with immediately. It's about engaging entrepreneurial, ethical and effective leadership to transform lives. That simple.